Okay, in today's video, I wanted to go back over and recap the difference between jointly owned property and tenants in common. Now, if you own a property with somebody else, husband or wife or partner or whoever it may well be, the chances are that you own it jointly. Jointly means that you both own it 100%. So regardless of what happens, if one of you passes away, the house will automatically pass to the surviving joint owner, regardless of what you've put in your will. It will always pass. Any jointly owned assets will always pass to the surviving joint owner. That's really important to understand. So from an estate planning point of view, if the house now passes to, let's say, passes to the wife, to the missus, if she now later on goes into care and hasn't got the physical cash to pay for that care, they're going to start looking at the assets that she owns 100% of. And the house is an absolute classic, because obviously when you were both alive, obviously it was fine, but when you passed away and passed the house to the wife, she now owns the whole thing 100%. So we've got issues here with regard to care fees potentially later on and having to sell that property to pay for care. But had they done tenants in common at this point and separated it so they owned a defined share each, in this situation 50-50, but it can be any percentage. When Mr. passed away, his 50%, we would have ideally recommended that it went into a trust and was held in a trust, and Mrs. would have been made a trustee and a beneficiary of the trust. So although she's got full control of the property, she physically only owns half a house. So now if she was to go into care later on, they couldn't then come back and make her forcefully sell this property to pay for her care, because she only owns half a house. The other half is sitting within a trust, of which Mrs. is in control of because she's a trustee, but she doesn't own the other half. There's no value to half a house. Nobody wants to buy half a house. So now we've got round having to sell the property to pay for the care fees. Massively, massively important. Yeah, so tenants in common. If you own a property with somebody else, you want to be owning it tenants in common. Hope that makes sense. If you need anything from me, email me on the address above, and I look forward to speaking to you on the next one.